All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's live commentary stream. Well, not live commentary stream on the channel, never mind. We've had a lot of that over the last 48 hours or so. But no, what we have here for you today, instead of a live commentary stream, is a NASCAR 07 Busch Series race. We continue our custom schedule season as we head to the high banks at the Daytona International Speedway, as we are now in race number 19 on the season. So 11 races to go when this one concludes tonight. We have just a 28-point lead over Tony Stewart. Back-to-back wins coming into this race, so trying to go for 3 in a row. I did not win at Daytona in the first race at the start of the season. In fact, in that season opener at Daytona, Kyle Busch got his only win of the year, so he may be the favorite for this one. I finished in 38th with Jimmie Johnson. Got caught up in the big one, and with the severe damage, wasn't really able to keep up with the pack after that. So we'll try to stay out of trouble here today. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more NASCAR content as we keep the Memorial Day weekend of racing underway. Green flag, here we go. Starting 7th after qualifying, and go figure, the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, on the pole in this one. We'll be starting up at the front of the field. Trying to get this good launch, at least off the initial start. Going to take it 3 wide underneath of Dale Jr. and Greg Biffle, but not going to be able to keep that momentum up. Trying to stay in the draft was difficult at Talladega. We didn't have a great car there, but we still finished in 6th. Tony Stewart actually won the last Super Speedway race at Dega, which was a couple weeks ago. So we'll see a big jack up on the start. Looks like the field's cutting about half right now, as Ryan Newman's going to lead the opening lap of the race from the pole. And we lost like 4 positions on this first lap, at least. Yeah, this we're getting freight trained right now as we're trying to get up to speed. I don't know why my car just does not draft well. We got Kyle Busch right behind us, so we can maybe work together with him. I just lost 7 spots on the first lap of the race. Tony Stewart leads. Newman did lead the first lap, but now Stewart's out in front. So for bonus point purposes, this is going to be big for him. Oh, big stack up on the backstretch. This is going to work wonders for Jimmie Johnson. He's going to get all of his spots back, and he's right back to where he started in 7th. Looks like Aaron Crocker and Greg Biffle may have gotten together off turn 2. Problem is Jimmie Johnson doesn't have any drafting help anymore. Wade Selinsky, thanks for tuning in. One car slow at the very back of the pack as well. Right, get around me, Biffle. Gonna have to be the push car. Hop in line behind him. Try to catch up to him here. Really need Truex to stay behind me for that to really work. All right, big run getting into the corner. The problem is Biffle doesn't want to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, Truex. Yeah, he hit me. I held my line. I got knocked into the fence. Truex did not give me a lot of room. He was definitely not clear. Oh, I just did the same thing to Elliott Sadler. Only thing was there was no wall there. Come on, stay with Mark Martin. I don't know how I qualify as good as I do, but I don't have the speed in the race with the super speedways. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You would think I would be able to have single car speed if I qualify well, but I've got nothing for these guys. Like, there's nothing I can do to try to stay in this draft. It's going to be one of those races where we're going to have to try to get off strategy again, and we'll see how the cautions are going to play out, but I mean, this is why I finished 38th here the last time we raced here. Painful. Can't finish that bad this late in the season when we're only 28 points ahead of Tony Stewart and he's leading the race right now. Have to salvage a good finish no matter what here. Still okay with giving up spots here and there to draft because we're so early in the race. Right, Sadler getting by. It doesn't help that they go to the outside of the racetrack and car's just not fast up there. Now, these guys are just brake training me right now. Like, they blow past me. I keep up with them for a straightaway, if that. Like, there is nothing I can do to keep up with these guys. There we go. Something with Aaron Crocker here. Maybe. Will help from Matt Kenseth too from behind. I'm not close enough to like bump draft like I was at Dega like I want to. Big block by Elliott Sadler. Actually slowed Crocker up quite a bit for me to catch up. We're catching quite a few of the leaders here. Now that we're actually able to stay semi-organized. All right, Crocker going wide. Get in line right behind Elliott Sadler. Catching up to 4 of them at least. Billy Kramer, thanks for tuning in also. Just ran my fastest lap of the race. This thing's loose in the tri-oval too. I need it to be loose, so it's the only chance I have of trying to stay with him. But look at this, I mean, he catches the cars up in front of us in this pack, and then I start to lose him again. Pulling closer on the back stretch. Make a move. Get in line behind Biffle. It'd help if Sadler follows me here. Took me like 6-7 laps to try to stay with somebody in the draft. Bump draft Greg Biffle right underneath the Mark Martin here. I bump drafted him too late on the straightaway and got up into the wall. Car just shoved. It did not want to turn. Dang it. Well, that was really the first mistake that I made. 3 wide up there, though. Maybe there's something to be had here. Maybe.
Number 17, just looking for some room to get by you. We just put about 5 seconds on you. The 17 car is outside.
Cardinals lost 3-1. Yeah, my Tigers have won 3 in a row. I'm surprised they were off today. I get it's a travel day. Usually Memorial Day, though, like, I always felt like everybody played, but guess not. I always remembered a lot of afternoon games, too, which there are, but yeah, I'm just surprised my Tigers aren't playing. All right, bump drafted Sadler here. They're still 2 and 3 wide up here. I think we can get back to them eventually. Stay organized. It's like how my car was loose and then I got tight when I was bump drafting pretty late down the front stretch a couple laps ago. There you go, push him. Keep pushing him. I didn't get super tight that time. Well, we've got momentum now. Oh, don't block me. Better go, Elliott. You're shoving him down. Got to the back of Truex like ridiculously quick. A little too quick for my liking. I don't have help behind me. Don't lose me. Yeah, I had so much momentum and I got stalled out when I got behind the 8 car. Now I'm underneath Kurt Busch. That's not helping me either. Dang, man. Alright, Kurt, you and me, it looks like. Maybe. Get back to you. Ooh-wee! Big block on Kenseth. I was committed to being clear there. Whoa. Why are we on the outside, Kurt? We gotta get down to the bottom, buddy. A whole line of them coming up here. I believe Kurt really didn't want to run the outside again, and Biffle was down on the bottom, going to clear the 39. Hopefully I can get up to the Biff up here. I'm really hoping. Come on, dig, dig, dig. We're pulling Kurt. Pulling Kurt, we're getting to the Biff. All right. I think that worked out. I think. Fuel window is definitely going to be more normal here than what it was at Dega. We're not going to be pitting every 20 laps. We had like, what, almost eight cautions in that race? I'm shocked if we see that many in this one. Man, I really didn't want to get underneath him there. Come on, Sadler, pull to the inside. Thank you. I still don't know if I'm close enough. I didn't clear Biffle as quickly as I would have hoped. Dang. It's so hard. I did see. I was trying to ignore it, actually. Yeah, he blew around me almost too quick there. I don't think I'm going to keep up with him. I like that I'm within like 5 seconds of Stewart. At least I was. I don't know if I am anymore. Starting to lose Biffle. I'm surprised Kyle Busch. I mean, he qualified on the pole and won this race kind of in dominating fashion. The fact he qualified outside the top 10 is a little concerning. Yeah, I know it was you. That's why I was... Profile pic was the same. Somebody's got to get around me. We have to leave a hole open. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. We're good. I think we're okay. Good grief. Oh, we lost so much time because of that. So much time lost.
Number 5, down low, down low.
I don't know how I saved that, honestly.
Still hanging on.
I was trying to not lift when I was sliding, but I had to.
Smooth now, don't worry about him.
All right, Kyle, work with me. He ain't gonna work with me. He's just gonna pull away from me, isn't he?
Wow, that was a quick response. Gonna do it.
I didn't really want him to block for me.
Okay, he's with you. Think you guys can take this if you work together.
Want him to work with me. He's just pulling me.
Out there, you'll be about halfway on gas.
All right, well, halfway out of gas this point in the race. Completely screwed myself. Making contact with Kurt Busch. Way off the race lead right now. I mean, we're going to need a caution at some point. We're in an island of our own. There's one car behind us, and if I can't keep up with him, whoever that is, there's a massive gap back to the back pack right now. Amazing how far up ahead the leaders are compared to everybody else. All right, well, we'll swap to Brian Vickers. Vickers is in this backpack, too. He's in 15th. I mean, that's the insane thing, is we're actually, position-wise, not terrible. And, Brian Vickers. And there he goes. Well, we got our caution. Debris on the 57 of Vickers. I don't know where he got the damage from. He wasn't in that pack with us, I didn't think. It was like a pack of 5 when I made contact with Kurt Busch. Looks like Biffle's got some damage to the back of his car, so I think he got into the back of Biffle sometime. Can't tell you when. But we got our debris caution. And I would assume everybody's going to come into the pits here. I'll take it. Oh, 4 tires and gas. Everybody's going to be taking 4 tires. First caution for debris at lap 20 at Daytona. Thanks for tuning in also, Ethan. Right. Well, we got some help. No clue where Johnson cycled out of the pits there. Vickers actually cycled up in the order. He was 15th, and now Brian Vickers is 10th. I see Kyle Busch cycled through quite a few cars too. Tony Stewart's still the leader, though. That has not changed.
Watch the outside. Number 112 is looking to make a move. Go ahead.
Vickers got by 1 car in the restart. We're going to have a hard time. The damage on the front of this 57 car, he's probably going to be pretty slow for a very large majority of the rest of this race. This entire field is 3x3 behind me. It is getting nuts back there. Alan Williams also welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness. I don't know how the car shoved as much as it did there. Dan Bowers also, thanks for tuning in. Michael Turner, welcome. Still a 3-stop race. Oh. even pitting where we did.
Whatever you need, you're clear.
Well, we'll swap to Kyle Busch this time by
Got it.
at the very front of this field. Currently in 4th, right behind Ryan Newman. Trying to stay with the Rocket Man. Busch's car feels very loose. I feel like I had a really big wiggle off turn 4. Big run on the straightaway, though. I did put a poll up in the chat, kind of like I do with the live commentary streams, for putting who you think will win the race, and I'll leave that up for a while into this thing. Oh boy, here we go. Busch and Newman have a run. And I got a lift to keep it off the wall, and I still hit the wall. Golly. This car is just, I mean, I can't run the outside when I'm behind another car. It just shoves, and there's no room to try to save it. We're going to swap back to Jimmy Johnson at the line this time. I don't know where he's at. He's not in the top 10. He was in 12th when the caution... Oh, we got another yellow. Hang on. Caution's out again. Our second yellow of the race. It might have been off turn 4. And it was. Oh, 3-car crash there. Looks like Bernie Lamar. I don't know who that lead car was of those 3. The 192. Oh, boy. Got another yellow. I would imagine everybody's going to stay out of the pits here. Get my phone on the charger. I almost grabbed my PS4 controller. That would not have worked. All right, here we go. Green, green, green. Well, at least now we can get up to speed and then swap to Johnson. Caution kind of worked out in that essence. Oh, what are you doing, dude? I'm clearly here. That's good. Just completely killed my momentum there. I mean, I haven't been great on restarts getting up to speed anyway, but I mean, look at how far ahead the top, like 4 cars pulled away already. Not a good day for Hendrick Motorsports. I mean, it was like that at Talladega, though, in the first half of the race, and then I mean, it took us up until like 20 to go to finally take the lead for the first time, so never say never. Oh my gosh. I didn't think I was going to be in the eye of the storm, but we are. Oh my goodness, everybody's checking up. Everybody checked up there. They're all behind Vickers, who's got the damage. Don't put me 3 wide middle, please. The leaders are pulling away, and we're just in the eye of the storm. Whoa! We made it. We're okay. Holy Moses. I wasn't really trying to block. I just thought I was clear. Man, big head of steam there. Oh boy. They almost wrecked. Good thing they went up and not down. Yeah, I don't know where Johnson restarting all this, but All right, here we go. We're making moves. Where was I? Like 18th? When I swapped back to Johnson, now we're up to 14th. Oh, all right. Well, you're going to go low. I'll stay high. Hope I clear you before we get down into turn one. Yep. I probably should have waited. I should have stuck behind Kluver for a little bit more. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. That's all right. Whatever. Wasn't trying to get a field pass going there. Somebody's smoking up here. Hey, Kyle Busch. Busch is smoking. He's blowing up. Yeah, I was trying to get Vickers to work with me. I wasn't trying to swap to him, but all right, I guess we'll take our next field pass. While we're at it. Look at the run. I don't think I'm going to keep up with Boris said here. Oh, jeez. Don't do it, Dale. He tried to. He tried to do it. Wow, what a move. I didn't think he was going to clear me like that, but he did. Well, at least all three of us are 10th, 11th, and 12th right now. We're all together. The problem is we're not together at the front of the field. It's a lot easier to control this thing in that situation. Just gonna run where I'm at right now with Busch. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That was so stupid. I mean, he was clearly there. Teamwork was non-existent there. I got loose that time. That time I just got loose. My goodness. Oh, I got loose again. Like, Busch's car is just so much more unsteady than the 57 and the 48. Somebody gets underneath me, I can't help but hit him. Stay with Jimmy Johnson the rest of the way.
Yep, he's all for it.
I put that indicator on for Vickers to work with me, and it doesn't really seem like he's working with me.
Number 6 is looking for the pass. Go outside. The 6 car got by it. Got one for position. Clear on both sides.
And like between 7th and 15th, like this whole race. Can't keep up with the lead pack. I definitely don't want to be back in this giant pack that's approaching me, but I don't think I'm going to have a choice.
You're 8 seconds behind the leader.
Have Brian Vickers follow us. So we've had 2 cautions if you're just tuning in for the first time. Matt Kenseth leads. Tony Stewart's led quite a few laps in this. Ryan Newman started on the pole. I like how the percentage of do you think I'll win or not with Jimmy Johnson in the pole has dropped significantly from the start of the race. As I have not yet ran higher than 7th. Just, I do not have speed. It's Dega all over again, but it's even worse. I definitely had more speed at Dega. I didn't even have much speed there. I kind of had to strategize my way to 6th, but I don't even know what I could do different here. I mean, with the cautions that have come out early, everybody's on the same pit strategy. The only reason I was able to get in front on strategy at Dega is because we had a lot of cautions during green flag pit stops, and we haven't had a single set of green flag stops yet. We're down to 80 to go. We know we have to pit 2 more times. I think Larson deserves a waiver. I think he'll get it, but I mean, he did have a choice of not running the Indy 500. I completely understand why you would stay at Indy. I just think the whole like waiver situation in general is, I think it's just stupid. I mean, I don't even think he should have to ask for a waiver. He's literally, well, he went in as the points leader. Like if you finish top 16 of points, even if you don't run every race, I'm saying like on points in general, then I say that you should be able to qualify for the playoffs. That's my 2 cents at least. And if you qualify top 16 on points and don't run every race, you know, why should you need a waiver? Like you literally did what you could with the races you ran to make the playoffs. I can understand like if you ran like a part-time schedule, won a race, but didn't get in the top 16 in points. I can understand that, but that was the points leader. Like, I think he deserves to be in the playoffs. It wasn't just like it was after 1 race either. Half a season. Half a regular season. Alright, so I had Vickers to follow me, but he's not really following me much. Halfway out of gas this point in the run. Man, I might lose these 2 now. I clipped the apron getting off of turn 2. Come on, Jimmy. Block him, Kyle. That ain't helping me much. He does have 2 wins, but I'm just saying, you know, the winning you're in and not running a race, like I can understand a win not qualifying you for playoffs if you don't run every race without a waiver, but if you make it on points, I think there should really be an argument there. Oh boy. Hang on to it. That last piece of contact with him actually straightened me out quite a bit. Got loose after the first one, even more loose after the second, and that last one straightened me out. Oh my gosh. I got so loose getting into turn 3 there. We're going to need a caution. I mean, this is... We got 2 of them, but... I don't even know if a caution is going to do anything for me at this point. I mean... We're so far behind on track. I mean, caution would obviously help. It's going to have to be in, like, a weird point of the race. Because we get another caution where we're at right now, everybody's going to pit. And I have to pit too, because it would still be 2 stops to make it to the end from there. Strategy for myself is still, you know, banked on me trying to win, but oh my gosh, got pinballed around there. I thought Vickers was trying to follow me still. I don't know why he wasn't. What do I gotta do for streaming Iowa since it's a separate day? I don't know what you mean by that. I've seen a lot of people on social media today like upset with NASCAR for calling the race, which I'm shocked. Like I am shocked. Like it was like outlandishly, there was a lot of, it seemed like a vast majority of people on the internet were more upset that they ended the race and didn't run it today. They were past halfway. Like the NASCAR rules state if they can't get it in a timeable fashion because of like weather, under a red flag instance, that if they're past halfway or at the end of stage 2, they can call it. I've never in my life seen them, you know, come back the next day when they're past halfway. Like that's not, I understand it's a holiday today, but that might help for the locals that are there, but people that are traveling still have to come home that day. So, I mean, that's not going to do much there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think NASCAR, I mean, it was a little ridiculous that it took 2 hours from the time it rained to the time they called it. Like, that part of it was a little ridiculous. I'd be a little upset if I stayed around at the track for that, expecting them to get the race back in, and they didn't. But I can understand the call in general of, you know, not continuing. If you can't finish it on the day it started, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me to get it going 1, 2 o'clock in the morning again, and you still have like the length of a truck series race left. Like it was going to take another hour and a half to 2 hours to complete that race. So qualifying, I do plan on doing practice at qualifying then. I didn't know what you meant by that. Yeah, they got a full practice session because it's a new track for the Cup Series. So doesn't surprise me exactly. Watch other NASCAR YouTubers? I do. Not as... A lot of it is like news-oriented stuff. Keeps me up with the sport a little bit better. So when the live commentary streams happen on the weekend, I know what happened during the week. News related with NASCAR. Well, Vickers is definitely in tune with following me right now. I know I'm not a good lead car, but I don't really think I'm going anywhere either at this point, so just riding it out. I hope for the best. This car's so loose. It's tight when I'm tucked in line behind somebody going into a corner, but on its own, it's just so loose. This car just sucks. That's what Kyle Busch would say. Car just sucks. Well, what's wrong with it? I don't know. It just sucks. It's loose. It's tight. Indy fan at a Speedo at the 5. I mean, there's probably a fan in a Speedo at like every oval race in America. I feel like every oval race in America with at least 10,000 fans. This just sounds normal. I'd imagine heavily intoxicated on top of that. Cup gets 50 minutes of practice at Sonoma. Yeah, that's also because it's a road course. It's I don't think it's 50 minutes. Like, oh no, oh yeah, it's because of the repave. Never mind. Yeah, it is a full session. Yeah, so we got a couple weeks of full 50-minute practice sessions then. Well, the good news is Tony Stewart's not leading anymore. The bad news is he's still more than likely up inside the top 5. We're back in 16th, just running our own race right now. I can't really do anything. I mean, this car just does not have a lot of speed. It's so hard for me to keep up in the draft. Vicker's staying behind me. At least we're working as a team right now and just kind of managing the gap, not moving forward, not going backwards. It's keeping me out of trouble. Almost halfway. He's going to try to pass me, I think. Maybe. Really loose there. Well, we got cars pitting. Looks like Vickers is coming in this time. I'll stay out. Don't want to pit quite this early if I can help it. Especially because I'm far enough back that I'd probably end up going a lap down. Being honest. Stay out one more lap. Probably going to have to go right side tires only with this stop. Try to get some of this time back. Ugh. I didn't think I was going to get back up in line there for a second. All right, I'm going to pit this time. Don't speed. Don't want to make a bad race worse. The right side tires only, try to get some track position back. This is just a miserable race for me. I mean, I guess it could be worse. I mean, I could be like outside the top 30. I finished 38th in the first Daytona. Oh my goodness. Well, I mentioned it could get worse. There you go. Trouble on the right rear tire. What was the time? I didn't see the time on that stop. It was a two-tire stop, and I'm going to end up lap down. There goes Busch. It took two tires. I'm probably not even going to get much time out of that. Well, Aaron Crocker leads. Definitely going to need this to cycle through because I'm a lap down. Even if I didn't have the slow pit stop, I think being as far back as I was, it's like 20 seconds off the lead, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, I came out right with Brian Vickers. I took two tires, and I came out right where I was. I didn't get any time out of that. Kyle Busch down on pit road now. Well, at least the leaders are in. We're back on the lead lap, so if a caution comes out, here we are. And everybody's on a one-stop race to the finish, too, so... Not much we can do from here on out. Oh, geez. Just looking at the chat. We're all right. We are all good. Oh, come on, car. 14.5 seconds. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's a slow two-tire stop. Still about 21 seconds off the lead. I don't know what position I was in exactly. 16th right now. It sounds about right. Probably it was about 15th, 16th. Mayfield right in front of us because Vickers was first car in front of us, and then John Andretti passed us right before we pitted. There's Andretti. I don't know what the heck you're talking about in the chat right now. You're out there tonight, Wade. That Jimmy Johnson to win the race keeps dropping. It's at 45% now. It's still leading the poll, though. Surprised. That Ken's... I can't tell if anybody's, like, there with him. But if there is, it's only a few cars. Everybody has to pit one more time. I think the best thing that can happen to us is if we get a caution on the edge of the pit window, but like just on the outside of the window. So I could come in, I could top off. I would give up all that track position if it means that I have a chance of trying to make it on gas. Like that's like the miracle we need to happen. So we're going to need a caution, but the closest to the edge of the pit window, the better, which would be probably about 37, 38 to go. Maybe a couple laps more than that, just so nobody else comes in, because if everybody comes in, then it's not going to matter, but yeah, give me a caution with like 40 laps to go in the race exactly, and we'll go from there. 40, maybe even 40 to 42, just to be safe. Give me anywhere between 40 to 42 laps to go, a caution. And then we'll see what we can do. Not the 126 car who's all by himself. Go below him, Jeremy. I'll follow you. Finally found a tandem partner in this thing. Jeremy Mayfield, Jimmy Johnson. Left sides of fuel, yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I took right sides of fuel trying to gain time, and I like barely gained any because of the fumble on the right side of the car with the rear tire changer. I had troubles getting the tire on, so I didn't really get much time out of it. But honestly, I'm sticking well with Mayfield, even on the old left side tires. And the car, balance-wise, feels more looser now. But it's not getting tight at all because of the offsetting balance. Because I was getting really tight when I was in line right behind a car going into a corner. Like I've been behind Mayfield this whole time. So I'm getting a little bit better turn in than I was. I just don't know how that's going to be like 30 laps from now in the run if we stay green. Like, it's probably going to get worse and worse, if I had to guess. I mean, we get close enough. We keep picking off one by one. I'm not ruling a top 10 out of the question. We just got to get the best finish we can get. I'm kind of losing hope on winning this race. I usually never give up, you know, the mentality of potentially winning. But like I said, unless we get a caution like right at the edge of a fuel window or something of that nature, like that's the only chance we're going to have of actually winning this thing. We do not have the speed to do it. Fastest lap of the race that time by. 47.627. Almost didn't hit him square that time. That was close. He got a little wiggly before we turned going into 3. Actually kind of stalled me out quite a bit. I lost some ground to him. Getting it back, though. It does help he's running the inside. There hasn't been many drivers to do that in front of me in this race. Definitely the best I've drafted with anybody. Oh, I pushed him too late into the turn. Please stay with him. Please. Don't lose him. We were doing so well. I had to be aggressive because we were making up ground. Please stay with him. I don't know where Kyle Busch is at right now, but... Oh, Brian Vickers. The red X is up on Vickers. Well, we've lost a teammate.
Yep, that's an easy one.
And I've lost Mayfield. I don't know. I think Vickers was behind. Yeah, he was behind me. He came out of the pits, so I didn't gain a spot out of that, unfortunately. Just doing so well with Jeremy Mayfield. We pulled so far ahead of everybody behind us. There's that 126 car somewhere back there. I mean, I was like 20 seconds off the lead with Mayfield. I'm probably going to be like 23, 24 seconds back by the time this car behind me catches me. Yeah, all alone. Got 50 laps to go this time by. Like I said, though, we need to get a caution like right at the edge of the pit window. Ideally. Closer to the edge, the better. That way, too, if I would have to pit, it would be like a splash and go situation. Be a lot less time that everybody else would be down there. There's this 126 car. You better be willing to run the inside.
Still beside you. The 126 car is not just down more with that pass. Normally, you'd see him block you right about now. Clear, clear, all clear.
Couldn't keep up with him. I mean, he just blew my doors off. That didn't work out well at all. Not the first time that's happened in this race. Yeah, this ain't good. I think we're going to lose the points lead. Still have one more super speedway race. Yeah, we got one more trip yet at Talladega. It's improvement from the season opener at Daytona. Like I said, I finished 38th off the lead lap in that race. I mean, at least we've been pretty much... I mean, I don't think I've been worse than... I mean, technically, during green flag pit stops, I was like 23rd. But once we cycled through, though, I don't think I've been worse than 18th in this race today. So, you know, I've been more competitive than I was the last time we were here, but still nowhere near competitive. I don't know how I qualified 7th. Haven't been in 7th since like lap 2. Got out of the top 10 pretty quickly in this one. Yeah, our first 2 cautions were in those first 40 laps. It's definitely been a while since the last yellow. I mean, we went a full fuel run, because everybody pitted during the first caution.
Number 20, he's closing the gas.
Had another yellow to save a little bit of gas.
Watch the outside. Still there.
Denny Hamlin right there.
Put it down a spot. Whatever you need, it's clear. No flash.
Oh, we got a caution in a weird spot. 47 to go. It's close to 40 to go, but it's not quite there. Kyle Busch went around. Our teammate. Oh, man, a terrible day for Hendrick Motorsport. One of those 9 cars hit him. Both the 9s were there. I'm definitely pitting. I'm giving up track position, but we have to go off sequence here. I mean, that was a blessing in disguise right there. I could take 4 tires, too. Nobody else is pitting. It's fine. We'll top off. I'm going to be short still. I'm probably going to be, if I had to guess, I'm going to be at least 3 to 4 laps short, if not more. We get one more caution, though. Like, if we get back-to-back yellows here, I'm going to come back down and top off again, but... This is a risk. This is a risk. I mean, we were in 15th. And I don't think there's anybody a lap down. Another mistake on the picker. These guys got to get better. We've had a lot of mistakes lately. I still won the last 2 races, but... Yeah, we got to get better on pit road.
We're starting in the back, so be careful and stay out of trouble.
Guess there's 1 car a lap down on the inside of the leaders. Alright, well, here we go. Only bad news is being at the back and not being able to draft well. We better get in line pretty quickly here. Because otherwise we're going to be in no man's land. Got to keep this 112 car behind me for a while. I mean, I just can't get up to speed quick enough. I tried. I mean, there was really nothing else I could have done there. See if Kyle Busch holds this pack up. Allows us to catch back up just a little bit more again. Doing what we can with what we've got. The 112 car's getting around me to the outside. I was just trying to side draft him. I wasn't trying to make contact. That slowed me down way too much. Elliott Sadler to the lead. I did not want to make contact. I think that just costed me trying to stay with him. Like, I have fresher tires on a bumpy Daytona surface, and I still can't keep up with anybody. No way we can make this thing on fuel. I don't think so. We restarted with 43 to go. 44 to go, I think. It might have been 43. Was it 43 or 44 laps left? Let me know in the chat. I can't keep up with anybody. I mean, there is nothing I can do here. Well, now the only hope is that, I mean, if we got a caution like right now, what about now? Come in, top off, will be closer. Yeah, I know the later we go here the later we go and we get a caution, we have to contemplate staying out. Like that's, oh man. No drafting help's going to be tough. We're not going to be saving any gas. We're not going to be drafting. Definitely not where we want to be right now. Oh, we got trouble. We got cars wrecking off turn 4, but no caution. I really needed a yellow. We're not going to get it. Pass on the grass. I killed my momentum. Look out! That didn't work. I was just trying to stay in the gas. I was freaking hydroplaning through there. That didn't work. Shot myself right back out into traffic. Who was that? Was that like Dave Blaney one year in the Daytona 500? He did something like that. Maybe it was like the Bud Shootout or something. Only he was on pit road and then like blended back into traffic and caused a wreck. I could just pull the Dave Blaney. How was that not a yellow though? I literally saw two cars spinning down towards pit road. They came back up onto the apron. That would have been a more perfect spot, I think, for a caution. Now we're at 38 to go. A caution comes out, everybody's pitting. I can almost guarantee it at that point. That caution would have came out right there. That would have been the perfect thing for us. All right, we got two cars here. Slow them down for like a half a lap. Hopefully. And then, please, just Don't pull away from me. Like, just gotta hope we can stay in the draft. That block actually might have been perfect because I got a shot from behind from it. Should be able to keep up with the 110 of Schultz. There we go. Now we can start saving gas in the draft. All right. Hopefully this guy stays out for like another 15 to 20 laps. So once he pits, I'm not going to have any more drafting help. Oh boy. Really, I hope this works. It was a big risk pitting when I did. Not keeping up with the draft was a heartbreaker off the restart. That didn't help my, which is not going to be good as late in the season as we are. And with the tight points battle with a guy that's been in the top 5 the whole race, he's led laps. Now the good news is I will be able to lead laps on this strategy. I don't think I can lead the most. Maybe there's an off chance that we can lead the most, but I don't think I can. Oh, we got a car down in the grass. 2 of them, Kyle Busch, Hans Good. What the heck happened there? Might have been the 2 that almost wrecked. So Busch is a lap down. Brian Vickers is out of the race with an engine failure. And Busch wrecked earlier, not to mention Vickers had a debris caution, and now Jimmy Johnson is where he's at. So these cars, I think when I pitted before, it was like lap 58, somewhere around there. So I would imagine that these guys are going to be able to go to like just about anywhere between 20 to 25 laps to go in the race is when we should start to see them pit. We're at 33 to go right now. I think I can only go like 39 laps on a full tank. If we get a caution, we've got a very big decision to make. We either stay out of the pits, hope that under the yellow we have enough fuel to save and make it to the end. Oh, we got near trouble again. Car up against the wall, saw a lot of smoke there. I'm going to lose this 110 car, I think. Maybe. Oh my goodness. I didn't want to... This is not good. I really didn't want to get out of the gas. Oh, I lost him. I didn't want to get out of the gas. How are we getting these, like, wrecks and no cautions for them? That's what I want to know. If we do get a caution before everybody pits, if we pit, the safe thing to do would be to pit, go fuel only, hopefully cycle close to where we were running originally, and just kind of go from there. Or we stay out, we try to win this thing, hoping we can make it on fuel, which isn't a guarantee. Like, those are the 2 options we have if we get a caution. And this race could end under yellow, too. There's no guarantee of a green, white, checker finish. So we get a caution with like 5 or less laps to go in this race before I have to pit. That would be an absolute miracle. And it ends the race. Oh man, they're pitting earlier than I expected. I haven't hit halfway out of gas yet. If I somehow make it down to like 20 to go before I get halfway out of gas, which I don't think is going to happen, but if I do, there's a chance. But that's still another 10 laps from now. 30 to go. I'm definitely staying out of the pits as long as I can. I'm definitely not pitting with everybody else. I was right. Tony Stewart is leading again. I noticed he took the lead right before the pit stops happened. Oh boy. Such a helpless feeling right now. Just hoping, just praying we have enough gas to make it to the end. 28 to go. Did Vickers DNF? Yeah, he blew an engine. I said, no, I'm not going to finish last because Vickers is out. I don't know how many other cars may be out of the race or not. I know one was off the lead lap when we restarted too. And obviously Hans Good, Kyle Busch have fallen a lap or two down also. Tony Stewart's still out on the track. I don't think I'm going to lead the most, but I will lead some. Probably end up leading more laps than I did in the last race in which I won. I led 9 laps in that thing. Imagine Tony won like this in real life. It'd be a boring race, wouldn't it? Kenny Wallace leading now. I just hope Tony Stewart doesn't lead the most at this point. I mean, he's probably got to get a good finish. All gonna be good on fuel to the end, though. I mean, the caution came out at lap 74. Man. Yeah, I'm probably going to be like... I'm gonna be way short. Way short. Even if we get a caution, I know staying out, I'm still probably not going to make it. Unless we get, like, yellow after yellow after yellow. At that point, though, it's like... It's just such a huge risk. And I don't know if it would actually work out. Now, like, if we got a caution right now, that would trap so many cars a lap down because Kenny Wallace still hasn't pit. Now would be the perfect time for a caution. If we were to get a yellow, now is the time. Please let there be a caution before Kenny Wallace pits. This would lock me, I mean, this would pretty much lock me into a top 10 finish, which would be better than what I was running. We could pit for tires. Kenny staying out again, please. A top 5 and a chance at the win. I'd probably go fuel only still just to cycle out as high up in the running order as I could. Please. Caution, like right now. I wonder if Kenny Wallace potentially pitted under the last pit stop. I think I was the only one that pitted under the last stop. We got 3 cars. Ah, he's pitting now. Dang. He went a long time. Wow. If there would have been a yellow there, I could have had like a top 3 finish. That's insane. Yeah, that was the Hail Mary right there. We didn't get the yellow. I definitely know I'm going to be at least 4 or 5 laps short on gas, which I kind of figured. But maybe a couple more than that. I'd say anywhere between 4 to 7 laps short if I had to guess. I still haven't led a lap yet. We're going to take the lead right there. Up here, I should say. Top 2 just getting up to speed. Elliott Sadler, Kenny Wallace. So we're going to lead this time by. We'll get our 5 bonus points. I mean, I think I'm still just going to stay out as long as I can at this point. Kind of made my bet at this point. Got to ride it out. Well, kind of similar to Dega. It took us till about 20 to go to lead, but fortunately, this isn't the way that I would have hoped that we would have gotten to the lead. It would if I knew I was good on fuel to the end, but I know I'm not. I think I'm only going to lead this 1 lap. I mean, they are closing. I might be able to block them off and lead more than that. Tony Stewart's the 2nd place car, so. Try to stay in the lead as long as I can. At all costs, though, if I'm about to lose the lead, it's best that we stay in front of Tony Stewart at the very least. Flip the apron, that wasn't good. Intimidated Kenseth. Well, so much for all that. Kyle Busch on pit road. Cause a wreck? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm playing this out naturally. I wouldn't feel right if I did that. Older tires than everybody that just pitted. I'm not fast. Actually hanging with Sadler for now. The longer Kenny Wallace stays behind me, the better chance of it.
1.5 seconds off the leader, buddy. One's up high. We're in third. Good job.
Got him back.
Be careful. Fuel's getting low.
Well, I can get down under 10 laps to go before I have to pit, but that's going to be about it. Oh, man, I got tight.
Outside. Still there. Okay, buddy. One car to pass. Go on. We just lost the spot. We're third. All right, now, buddy. Now it's not the time to push too hard. Let's just stay with them if you can. But
Tony Stewart to really get out there. I don't think anybody was going to catch him anyway on overall pace.
no one's inside. Keep it clean out there. Still there. Still on track, is it? Go back to four. Stay on his back bumper. You'll get that spot back. Clear all around.
Kenny got up against the wall. Trying to get a caution by intimidating him. I want to know how he hit the wall and turned off of it, because I cannot do that. I hit the wall like I have a couple times a day, and I just get glued to it.
Down low. Okay, you lost the spot. All right, focus on your marks, buddy. Get it back. Clear, whatever you need.
Oh, put up a fight for second there for a little bit. I led 2 laps before I lost the lead. That's some bonus points there. I guess from here, if we were to get a caution, if we got it on my way to pit road, or while I'm on pit road already got past the commitment line, that would probably be the best thing for me.
Go on. Sure thing. We'll make it happen. Come on. Like you guys started the car. We'll try to stay way up into the front. Go down low. Can't push it anymore. You're running on fuel. Clear on both sides. Got one down low. You usually see a black ramp out here, but I guess these guys are friendly out there. Clear. Number 6 is gonna run high. Slightly your tires wearing down.
Yeah, I'm definitely going splash and go. I'm not taking any tires when I have to pit.
The 6 car inside one. Number 6 got by it. That one was for position. Clear all clear.
Well, I mean, I tried. Hindsight's 20/20. I'm regretting the strategy now. Losing the draft off that restart. If I could have stayed with the draft, I could have went fuel only and probably got most of those spots back, worst case scenario. But because I lost the draft on the restart and couldn't stay with anybody for the life of me, this strategy hurt me. I went from running like 15th the whole race to now I'm probably going to end up finishing outside the top 30. Unless we get like the most lucky caution ever where I hit the commitment line, caution comes out, I can finish my pit stop and keep my track position, but It's more than likely not going to happen. It's like a 99% chance that that won't happen. I don't think I can get that lucky. And 10 to go this time by. It stinks too to run 8th place with 10 to go. We're going to end up outside the top 30. The world's smallest salt. If I eat it, it won't be the world's smallest anymore. It'll be non-existent. Whoa, boy. Dale took us 3. Ah, I got a little loose. I'm gonna pit this time. I don't want to run it out of gas. Put this time just to be safe. Go loose as soon as I started braking. Don't speed. Alright, no tires. Probably go half a tank just to be safe. Might have been able to get away with a quarter tank, but... Oh, the smelling salts. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried smelling salts. Well, I mean, if I can get up to speed, stay in front of Tony Stewart just in case we get a caution, but maybe there's a chance Stewart doesn't win the race. This car's for position, too. I need to stay in front of him. I definitely got to stay in front of this guy. Really hoping somebody else comes up here and wins this race from Tony Stewart. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh! We're good. There's a caution. Somebody spun back there. I don't know who it was, but somebody did wreck. Tony. I just wrecked Tony Stewart. Oh, he's going to be so ticked off at me. I don't know if he probably lost the lead before the caution came out. I just ruined Tony Stewart's race. I didn't want to do it like that. I just wanted to block him. My car was so loose. I'm bouncing off everybody. I ended up going a lap down. Still got to stay out. I'm in front of a few cars, I think. I don't know how many of them are on the lead lap, but it's the only reason I'm staying out. 3 to go. The tires are probably shot. Matt Kenseth's in the lead now. Tony Stewart had this race won. Poor Tony. All right. My job here is to stay in 36th. destroyed my race car, so not that it was fast before, but I know Kyle Busch is not on the same lap as me, even if I'm well. I think he's more than one lap down. That guy is too. That guy is not. That was intentional, by the way. I turned off the wall. I don't want to lose any more positions. I'm racing dirty for 36th at this point. I don't think I have to worry about that guy catching me anymore. I'll stay in front of Busch just in case. I don't think we're on the same lap. But... Oh, wait a minute, are we on the final lap? If I'm a lap down when the caution came out, then this is the last lap. I wasn't paying attention. No, I think we're still on the lead lap. Yeah, we're on the lead lap. Well, I finished 2 positions better than I did the last time I went to Daytona. The real Kevin LePage now. I just got so loose hitting that apron. Well, I'm going to have that guy mad at me, whoever that fantasy driver was, and Tony Stewart's going to be mad at me too. Stewart's still going to be the points leader. I definitely cost him a win. I still think he's going to finish in the top 10, though. I don't think he lost that many spots. And he kind of slipped through the grass, so he didn't have much damage. Oh, somebody blew an engine. Is that another spot? Let's go! Coming to the checker. Oh! So sorry, Kyle. I actually got tight there. I didn't lift, clearly, but I'm so excited about passing that guy for 35th. That's 3 more points on the last lap. I'll take it. Yeah, Tony Stewart still finished 4th, but he didn't win. Matt Kenseth wins. If Kenseth only led... Let's take a look at the top finishers. Oh, they split for 10, though, didn't they? Oh, they each get 10. Well, I allowed Kenseth to get 5 more points, because he wouldn't have gotten the most laps led if I didn't do that to Stewart. But Matt Kenseth gets the win, his 2nd of the season. Kenny Wallace 2nd. Mark Martin 3rd. Tony Stewart, who gets 10 bonus points. Would have had a max point save if I didn't ruin his race there, but he does finish in 4th. Elliott Sadler 5th. J.J. Haley 6th. Martin Truex Jr. 7th. Todd Kluver 8th. Aaron Crocker 9th. Dale Jr. rounds out the top 10. We finished 35th. I was the only Hendrick car to finish on the lead lap, and the only reason I did is because I got into Stewart there in the late going, as you saw. That one driver blew an engine coming to the finish, so although he finished on the lead lap, he didn't technically finish the race. And we had quite a few DNFs. Clint Boyer blew an engine. Brian Vickers blew an engine. Hans Good blew an engine. Some Adams guy, fantasy driver, blew an engine. Kurt Busch blew an engine. And then, well, Kurt Busch might have DNF'd that last caution, actually, lap 116. Might have wrecked out of the race in that wreck in the tri-oval, but Clayton was a lap down. So, 2, 3. That's 6 DNFs. 2 hours, 47 seconds total time on this race. For get to the top, then Tony Stewart would be pulling a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and trying to sock me after the race. I did mute it. Thanks. Next race is at Vegas. We do have another trip to Talladega. The super speedways have not been kind to me on this season, and Daytona especially. 36th, 38th at Daytona with both races. Tony Stewart's definitely going to be the points leader, though. 11 races to go, up 79 points out of first. Kyle Busch could have gained a lot on me, too, but he doesn't, obviously, because he actually finished behind me. So he's now 297 back. That was the best thing that could have happened to Tony in that. Well, the best thing would have been is if he would have sealed the deal and won the race. He didn't, but if he would have won the race, I'd probably be over 90. Yeah, definitely over 90 out of first. I'd probably be about 100 out, because that was 5 positions, 2, 10, 20. He would be 99 points ahead of me if I didn't ruin his race there at the end. Ruin his chances of winning. Didn't ruin his race entirely, but ruined his chance at the win. Yeah, he'd be 99 ahead of me if that didn't happen. Remember that 20-point swing in the race before that last lap pass when I beat him. But yeah, we'll see. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe for more NASCAR content. We'll have more NASCAR 07 stuff next week. Live commentary will come back Saturday. Triple header Saturday. We got Cup practice qualifying in the morning. Then we have the truck and Xfinity races in the afternoon. Gateway, Portland for the Xfinity Series on a road course standalone event, and then Cup Series race on Sunday. So hope to see you for that. Have a good one, everybody. And next race on this series will be at Vegas next week.